Today, as a highly sensitive person, we're going to talk about the differences between me and you.
It's easy to think that we're just different, but the reality is that we see, feel, think, and react to the world around us much differently than somebody who is not a highly sensitive person. So let's find out what those differences actually look like. Let's consider how I smell something versus you smell something. Something that smells good to you probably smells incredibly awful to me. You've had a good day? Well, my day probably looks a lot different than yours. This is probably you on a good day. However, this is really what my good day looks like. How we hear things is even worse. When you're talking to us and you think you're being funny, we actually think you're being mean and sarcastic. The way things feel for you are a lot different for us. What you feel is nice and soft and fluffy feels like sandpaper to our skin. Now I'm really going to get weird because I'm going to talk about how we view kids eating ice cream. This is how you see it, but this is the reality in our world. As a highly sensitive mom, we also view kids playing completely different. Where you see kids playing nicely and innocently, we tend to see kids playing roughly and getting filthy dirty. Now here's a topic that drives my best friend crazy. When I say that I have a messy house, this is how she sees my house. But this is what I see. This is going to be a tough one for you because this is how we see the world versus how you see the world. You see the world as a happy-go-lucky place and we see it just burning down and everyone dying. You non-highly sensitive people also sleep differently. You can sleep easy and restful. When we sleep, it is restless and our mind never stops spinning. How we think is incredibly different than how you think. You can think things through very logically and easily. A highly sensitive person feels scattered in their head. Their mind is going all over the place and it's hard to just pinpoint one thing. How we hear things is amazingly different. You can hear sounds very peaceful and beautifully, but when we hear sounds, it feels like our head is going to explode. Non-highly sensitive people can relax. You find it easy to just find comfort in relaxing. For us, it is near impossible to relax, and if we do, it's from sheer exhaustion. Being a mom as a highly sensitive person is incredibly difficult. Where you get to be carefree and loving and fun with your child, we find those stressful moments to be absolutely detrimental to our well-being. A highly sensitive person truly means that we are sensitive to everything, including touch. What feels soft and gentle to you feels like a punch in the face to us. And now I feel the need to apologize to you because communicating with a highly sensitive person is incredibly difficult. We are always filled with such amazing ideas and suggestions, and sometimes that's a bit overwhelming for the non-highly sensitive person. And it's not easy for us either because we always feel like there's something wrong with us. There has to be if people don't get us.